For years, young Sheldon served as a charming extension of the Big Bang Theory universe, a gentle, heartfelt comedy that gave us an intimate look into the childhood of one of television's most eccentric geniuses. But as Sheldon Cooper grew older, something began to shift in the narrative's center of gravity. The series, once almost exclusively Sheldon's story, began to grow around the colorful, complex lives of his family members, especially Georgie Cooper, his older brother. By the time season 7 ended, it was clear. The Coopers had become an ensemble worth exploring on their own terms. Nowhere was this more evident than in the relationship between Georgie Cooper and Mandy McAllister, a love story that defied sitcom expectations and gave the show an emotional heartbeat that felt refreshingly grounded. With CBS announcing the spin-off Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage, fans rejoiced, eager to see how this unconventional couple would navigate young parenthood and married life. But with season 1 now in the books and season 2 still nowhere in sight, a crucial realization has begun to dawn. Season 2 isn't just overdue, it's essential. And not just for the spin-off's success. It's overdue because it represents a broader, overdue change in the young Sheldon universe. One that reflects how much the audience, the characters, and the show itself have grown. The unexpected stars of young Sheldon. Let's be honest, no one expected Georgie Cooper to become the show's emotional center. When young Sheldon began, he was portrayed as a slightly dim, rebellious teenager, a foil to Sheldon's obsessive intellect. But as the show matured, so did Georgie. Through heartbreaks, bad decisions, and hard-earned wisdom, Georgie transformed from the comic relief into a fully realized character. A young man trying to do right by his family despite growing up too fast. Enter Mandy, whip-smart, no-nonsense, and fiercely independent. When she entered the picture, their unlikely romance added depth to both characters. At first, their age difference and mismatched personalities made them seem like a narrative detour. But as the writers leaned in, the couple's journey became the most compelling storyline young Sheldon had offered in seasons. Their dynamic gave us something the Big Bang Theory rarely delivered: emotional authenticity without cynicism. Watching Georgie step up as a father, struggle to build a career, and marry Mandy, albeit under chaotic, deeply imperfect circumstances, resonated with fans. For once, a sitcom couple didn't feel like a gimmick, they felt real. Why season 2 matters more than ever, with season 1 of Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage offering a fresh look at life after young Sheldon. Fans were eager for the series to explore the rich terrain of young marriage, parenthood, and generational cycles. The finale left plenty of threads dangling: financial tension, in-law drama, and the struggle to maintain intimacy when a baby dominates every waking moment. In other words, the good stuff, ripe with storytelling potential. Yet season 2 hasn't arrived, and that delay isn't just frustrating, it risks losing the momentum that made the first season a standout. More importantly, it delays the inevitable evolution that the franchise seems poised to embrace. A move away from being Sheldon-centric and toward a broader Cooper family saga. The shift is natural. Young Sheldon was always going to run into a narrative ceiling. After all, we know where Sheldon ends up: Pasadena, Caltech, Nobel Prizes, and a roommate agreement that reads like a constitution. But Georgie, Mandy, baby Cece, their future is unwritten, and the audience is hungry to see it unfold. The cultural case for change, the spin-off's success, and its overdue renewal, also point to a broader truth about where television is heading. Audiences today crave stories that balance heart with humor, complexity with compassion. Georgie and Mandy delivers just that. It's not about genius-level IQs or cosmic ambitions. It's about surviving your 20s with a toddler, in-laws, and a tiny house that always seems to be one broken appliance away from disaster. In an age when TV parents are often one-dimensional or played strictly for laughs, Georgie and Mandy offer something different. They're messy, loving, stubborn, scared, and they keep trying. That's rare. That's relatable. And that's exactly the kind of storytelling modern audiences are investing in. Breaking the Big Bang mold, The Big Bang Theory created a cultural juggernaut by leaning into the quirks of brainy, awkward adults. But its prequel and spin-off have something even richer to offer. A human story. Not about science, but about growing up. Not about superheroes, but about being someone's hero when you're barely holding it together yourself. That's what makes Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage so vital. It's not just another spin-off, it's the proof that the young Sheldon universe can stand on its own, even without the gravitational pull of Sheldon himself. It signals the possibility of an expanded Cooperverse, one where we might someday follow Missy's journey, or Mima's wild youth, or even revisit Mary and George Sr.'s complicated love story through fresh eyes. But it has to start with a commitment. to the characters, to the fans, and to the evolution that's already begun. That commitment looks like Season 2. Overdue? Yes, but still possible. What Season 2 could deliver? A new season of Georgie and Mandy wouldn't just continue their story, it could redefine what the Young Sheldon franchise becomes next. Imagine Cece's first words, and the chaos they bring. Mandy deciding to go back to college while Georgie juggles work and baby duties. Financial trouble that forces them to move back in with Mima. New characters that expand the world, co-workers, neighbors, fellow young parents. Moments of deep, surprising growth from Georgie, showing that being a good dad is the smartest thing he's ever done. Each episode could add layers to a show already brimming with potential, while offering the kind of heartfelt, humorous storytelling that CBS sitcoms used to thrive on. The bottom line: we've watched Sheldon grow up. We've watched the Coopers weather storms. Now it's Georgie and Mandy's turn to lead, to stumble, thrive, and make something lasting out of their accidental love story. Georgie and Mandy's first marriage Season 2 isn't just overdue. It's the beginning of something new. A smarter, more emotionally grounded chapter in a universe that's finally ready to move beyond genius and into life. So CBS, it's time. Give us Season 2. We're ready. Would you like me to format this for publishing on a blog or as a news-style article?